Greetings, Denver. I am Alex Marrero, and I have the pleasure of serving as the interim superintendent of the City School District of New Rochelle, suburb right outside of the 5 boroughs, right north of the Bronx, New York, my hometown. Saludos. Soy Alexis Marrero, el superintendente interino del Distrito Escolar de New Rochelle, afuera de la ciudad de Nueva York, encima del Bronx, New York, donde nací y me crié. Encantado. What best describes the way I lead, without a doubt, I have to say it's always morphing with the times, especially the demands of this past year and personal growth. So, however, the root of what I believe is anchored in the pursuit of growth and learning for all, including myself. In doing so, I strive to build open relationships through communication, which have resulted in symbiotic relationship with all stakeholders. 2, I'm a living testament that parents and guardians are partners in the pursuit of equity and excellence. And as a young, disenfranchised, introvert young boy turned practitioner, turned educator, leader, and researcher, the concept of it takes a village is rooted in my leadership approach. And number 3, I would have to say that quality education requires culturally competent adults who believe in educating the whole child, nurturing students' intellect, creativity, social, emotional, and physical growth. Coming from my diverse background, Monica, culture-infused childhood and raising my own children in a multicultural home, I know that our young scholars need professionals who need to connect with students from all over, but most importantly, believe that they can succeed. That is why I'm sitting here and you're asking me the questions, and I potentially have the opportunity to lead the Denver Public Schools because of opportunity. Even when I didn't think that I could, others saw something in me. Sé que los padres son socios en la búsqueda de las oportunidades y la excelencia para nuestros estudiantes. Juntos podemos y juntos somos mejores. Well, I can say as superintendent, you can expect me to disrupt the status quo, but not the status quo that you may be thinking, the status quo and the perception of the role of the superintendent. You will seldom find me here at City Hall, central office. You'll find me in the schools, collaborating with leaders, collaborating with teachers, staff, and in the community, looking to learn and to articulate the great work that's happening in our schools, the great work that our staff is doing, and highlighting the work of our scholars. A trademark of my leadership is community walks. So picture a learning walk that we may be familiar with, in which we go into the schools, but learning walks that are conducted in the community. It's truly a beautiful experience and should be part of the fabric that defines every superintendent. Mi liderazgo es muy diferente a los otros, bastante, pero es necesario en organizaciones grandes como Denver. Trabajo junto con estudiantes, con los maestros, con los padres y espero que haya menos competencia interna y más colaboración. I'm looking forward to less internal competition and more eternal collaboration from Denver. I first learned that I wanted to dedicate my career to education when education and educators saved my life. I was an undergraduate student at Fordham University when my mother passed away after many years of struggling with a terminal illness. And Monica, I was a business student. Ready to change the world in Wall Street, New York, leveraging my bilingualism to create international markets in our Spanish-speaking countries. Un gran plan, as they said, right? A massive plan that was really repurposed due to tragedy and the power of education. With an absent father and a brother overseas protecting our country, I was really left alone to figure out what was going to be my next step, much less a destiny. So in a matter of days, I went from potentially dropping out with a full ride to going on the welfare line in the South Bronx, getting $60 in cupones, food stamps, to being vulnerable and finally sharing my situation with educators in the Higher Education Opportunity Program at Fordham, to them reaching out and lending support physically, literally reaching out, touching my hand, a man in distress, a young man in distress. Them reaching out emotionally, which was very difficult for someone with my upbringing to allow in, and of course financially, which I needed to finish the course. Since then, it's been my goal to return the gift of opportunity to all those that I serve. I'm going to say it in Spanish, please. Después del fallecimiento de mi madre, mi mamá, y la guía de los profesores y tutores, mi objetivo ha sido devolver el regalo de la oportunidad a todos aquellos quienes sirvo. Bendición a mami y gracias a todos los apoyadores. I'm excited about Denver because I will have the opportunity to impact the lives of over 92,000 scholars and create deeper partnership with our parents and the entire Denver community. I'm excited about providing the professional staff at Denver with the stability and a colleague who goes beyond listening, one who's doing the work alongside them. I'm excited about the connections that will be made from all regions, from the far Northeast to the Southwest and every sector in between. And with those connections, we will develop trust, and with trust, we will have innovation and impact. Estoy orgulloso por la oportunidad y deseo que la oportunidad me va a lograr hacer conexiones con todos. No importa de dónde son, conexiones que va a lograr impacto y éxito en todas las secciones de Denver. The best individuals who can tell us if we're doing a good job and also to tell us what the perils and the obstacles of today and the future are the students. So the intimate part of my work, aside from collaborating with all stakeholders who I mentioned already in this interview, my Student Advisory Council, and forgive me, community, is my favorite group. Why? Because they keep me in check, they keep me modern, they keep me fresh, so I know what to say and how to be perceived, but most importantly, they guide me in a way that it's intimately connected to what they need. So, sin los estudiantes estamos perdidos. Entonces, cada semana yo tengo una reunión con los estudiantes que me dejen saber lo que estamos haciendo bien, lo que necesitamos mejorar, y sin ellos estamos perdidos, y eso son lo más importante, porque sin apoyo de los estudiantes nunca vamos a lograr éxito.